The aim of this video is meant to be for helping students revise for fixed and floating point conversions for computer science. These are the 5 examples, 1 fixed and 4 floating point that I'm going to use. We have various positive and negatives in the mantissa. If you're feeling confident, pause the video now and go ahead and have a go at trying to do them before watching the video. Okay, in our first example here, we're going to be just warming up with some fixed point binary in 2's complement. So why don't you pause the video, have a little go at trying this number that we've got here and convert that into denary, and then replay the video when you're done and see if we get the same values. Okay, quickly remind ourselves how this is going to work for fixed point. So for fixed point binary, we have column weightings that looked like this. Remember, we're in 2's complement, so we are here with the column weightings 1, 2, 4, 8, and in this case minus 16 because it's 2's complement. Then, because it's fixed point, on the other side of the binary point, we have column weightings of a half and a quarter over here. So we are at, first of all, we've got a minus 16 plus a 2 plus a 1 plus a half plus a quarter. So what does that become? Minus 16 plus 2 is like 14, minus 13, minus 12.5, minus 12.25. So in this case, we're going to look at converting a floating point number to denary, and we are noting that we have a positive value in the mantissa and a positive value in the exponent. So the mantissa being the numbers here on the left, and the most significant bit is a 0, which means it's going to be positive, and in the exponent over here, we have the same, a 0, so we're going to have a positive in the exponent. Okay, what does that kind of mean then in terms of what we need to do to convert this? First of all, we would calculate the value of the exponent. So we have our headings of 1, 2, 4, and 8 over here. So what we will do now in this case is, in fact, sorry, that would be a minus 8 there because it's 2's complement. So this means we have a positive value of 4 plus 1, a positive value of 5 for the exponent. What do we do with that then? Well, what we will do is we are going to move the binary point 5 places to the right. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to there. So we've floated that across by the value of the exponent. And then at this point here, we are going to treat this as if it was a fixed point number. We've got our binary point now here rather than over here. So we have our weightings of a 1, a 2, a 4, an 8, a 16, and a minus 32. And what have we got? Well, we have a 16 plus a 4 plus a 1, giving us 21. And then over here we have a half and a quarter, so we have 21.25. In this example, we are going to be looking at a floating point value which is positive in the mantissa, like it was before. The most significant bit of the mantissa being here is a 0, and in the exponent it is negative because we have a 1 in the exponent kind of part that is here. And what does that kind of mean? It means that we're going to need to move the binary point the other way when we do our calculation this time. So, first of all, as we've been doing for the previous one, we are going to convert the exponent into its denary value. So we have place values of 1, 2, 4, and minus 8. And from this, we are going to be going minus 8 plus 4 will be minus 4, minus 2, nope, minus 4, minus another 1 is our minus 3. So we are moving the binary point the other direction this time, to the left, 3 places. So we will go and we'll move 1, and oh, we haven't got anything there. So what do we need to do? Well, this is a positive number, so we're going to need to add some padding, but because the result should be a positive number because it has a positive mantissa, we need to make sure we pad with zeros. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and we've effectively moved our binary point to here now. And at this point, we can now kind of just work on this as if it is a fixed point number. We can remove these, because we don't need them. And what have we got? Well, we have in our ones column, we have nothing, but then we have a half, we have a quarter, we have a 16th, we have an eighth, we have a 16th, and we have a 32th. And so to convert that, we are going to have 0, and we're going to have, 1/16. We need to have it in 32, so that's going to be 2, plus the 1 there, we have 3/32 is our answer. If you were to take a calculator, obviously you wouldn't need to do this in the exam, and you calculated 3/32, we are going to end up with an answer of 0.09375. Okay, so in our third example here, then we have a negative value. So we have a 1 here for the mantissa, which we know means the result is going to be a negative number overall. But we are positive in the exponent because we've got the 0 here in the exponent. And that means that we are going to be moving the binary point to the right. Okay, so first thing is we calculate the value of the exponent. We have a ones column and we have in the fours column. So we have a positive 5. So that means we need to move this binary point here 5 places to the right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it kind of will end up here. Then essentially what we do now is we can look at the weightings of the values that we have here. We've got 0, 1, 2, 4, we've got an 8, no 16s, and we've got a minus 32. And then we've got a half, and we've got a quarter over here. If we add those up, minus 32 plus 8 is going to give us our minus 24, and then we're going to add a half to that and get minus 23 and a half, and then another quarter, minus 23 and a quarter, minus 23.25. And for our final example, we are dealing with a number that is negative in the mantissa. So the overall result for the number will be negative, and it is negative in the exponent, which means we will be moving the binary point to the left. So first of all, let's calculate the value of the exponent. Looking at the place values, we've got a 1, a 2, a 4, and we've got minus 8 here. And overall, that gives us a minus 1 when we add those together. So that means we need to move this binary point 1 place to the left. Now, if we were to treat this like we did the last time and pad this with a 0, that kind of leads us into a bit of an issue. We're now changing the sign of this number because we no longer have a 1 in the most significant bit, which suggests the overall number is going to be positive. So what we actually do is we pad it with a 1, and we've moved our binary point to this point. If we'd had a number that was more kind of negative, like negative 3 or something, we would obviously continue to do that, but we would be padding with 1s as we kind of go in that case there. So here we are back at this point now where we've got effectively our fixed point number here that we are going to convert to denary. So what have we got in the weighted columns? We've got our minus 1 here, and we've got a half, and we have got a eighth. So overall that is 5/8, but we're adding that to the minus 1, remember, so we end up with minus 3/8. And if we were to calculate that and turn it into a decimal number, it would be 0.375. Again, that would be the answer you could give in an exam. Talking of exam technique, it's really important that you make it clear, you show which bits are the mantissa and the exponent, and you show, I would be tempted to leave the lines underneath where you're showing how many places you have moved values to show the examiner how you got to your answer.